sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, there's an NFC fighting store between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Now Shuck to throw. Screen here for Williams. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third down, here's Shuck. That's incomplete left side. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Well, I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. He's pushed straight ahead next, maybe a yard at most. That stop made by Derek Brown.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Jauan Jennings. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Staying grounded with Swift. Rolling into enemy territory. Found some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 in enemy territory.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
58.
Rodgers off the play action. Finds the in route complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. First down. Here's Rodgers. Escapes the pocket. Got a man. It's Drake London. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. A gain of 26 yards there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Green 18. Green 18.
Running with Swift out of the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And he's got it. It's in close. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is first and goal.
Green 18. Green 18.
Swift crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have a great first drive and get the game's first points. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Here's Williams to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shuck now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Shock working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. To throw again here, it's Shock. It's complete. This is Nguka. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 36.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. The Seahawks with an early lead. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On play action, here's Shock. Taking a deep shot here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Shotgun snap to Shock. Pass it down close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints start to fight back with their first points of this game. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Brought in by Gadsden. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I'm not sure how this defense lets that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down throw here by Rodgers. He set up the screen here to Swift. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3. From the red zone on 1st. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend. Finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Chuck now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
To throw, Shuck. Screen here for Williams. Breaks the tackle. He's still going. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Pressure coming, it's Shuck. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
1st down, Saints.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Off the play action, Chuck. He throws a bullet deep to the... He's got it inside the 10. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. Here's the backup. First throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. They're going for it. It's Rodgers. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. It's his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
First down, here's Swift. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. Second down.
58.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Running for it, it's Swift. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this. They'll go for it. Rodgers. Pass brought in by Jennings. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
Second and 3 now.
Get 300. Yeah, Liz.
A drawn out. This is Swift. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Rodgers from the gun. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, he needed another 2nd to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
58.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
No, no, no. 250.
The final throw before the break. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Trying to find his tight end. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here's the final play of our first half.
No, no, no.
One final shot before the half. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a lead on the final play of the half. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
158.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
319.
Rodgers off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
319.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Looking to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Running behind center with Swift. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 44-yard line.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Going run again with Swift. Still has some space inside the 35. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a pickup of 26. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
No frills, Nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Toss play, Swift. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to... First and goal.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Swift. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Looking quickly here.
And the Saints, first down. Gain of 7. First down, New Orleans.
Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. That throw finds Okonkwo. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Shuck working from the gun. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead with Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Shuck. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Into the hands of Leggett. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another Saints first down.
Shuck now on 1st down.
And the Saints.
And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Saints 21.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Rodgers will look to throw. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Now, even after the dropped INT, Brock, this drive's days seem numbered. They've got 3rd and long here. 3rd and long for him here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Saints Seahawks get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Pressure coming, it's Shuck. Screen here for Williams. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's go.
Shuck now from the gun. Brings it in. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
Jameson Williams. A gain of 9 on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19. Switch. Let's go.
They'll look to run with Williams. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it 4th and goal.
It's now 4th down and goal.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from them? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Darren Stingley Jr. Into the end zone he goes, pick 6 and a New Orleans touchdown. Well, Brock, obviously an error on the quarterback's part to make that throw, right? But credit his effort to take that pick and turn it into an even bigger play.
And the race is on. After that ball is in your hand, now it's on you as that returner to get out in front of those offensive players before they can react, change direction, and ultimately track him down. The initial advantage always goes to the guy making the pick, and he took it to the house.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers coming back after the pick. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Mitchell gets it from the gun. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
No. 58.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
19.
Mitchell up the middle. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Dump off, caught by his back. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that first down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. He's back to throw. Continuing to dig, he's inside the 25. And he's finally brought down at the 9. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on 4th down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal.
319.
And the shotgun to give to Swift. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. Rodgers from the gun. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
He'll throw it. Flushed out now to his left. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
A 30-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Reed now to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the ladder. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shuck's going to throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
Back to throw. That's caught by Williams. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here he is to throw. Delivers another one to Williams. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Saints. First down. A gain of 15. First down, New Orleans.
He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop, I'm going to say it about the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Setting up to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Emeka Egbuka. So it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
That's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he cuts it back right. And he gets the Seahawks first down, Brock, and that should finish off this win for him.
It's a gain of 20. And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the...
So it's a win for the Seahawks. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths.